You know, I thought living in a van down by the beach would change my life, make me happy. But I'm not sad. I'm just not fully happy at the moment. I don't know. If I had to put van life into an analogy of kind of what I'm feeling right now, it would be you change schools as a child, which I had to a couple of times, and you go to this new school and you don't know anybody. But your old school, you had a lot of friends and you knew exactly what you were going to be doing. There was so many things for you to do every single day, and you were with your friends. But then you change the school and all of a sudden you have no one to hang out with, so you're kind of sad, upset, not really sure of like what to do, where to go, when to do things, and your routine is just off. That's kind of what van life is. So with any style of life that you choose to live, whether it's van life or you're living in a house, you live with your parents, you live on the road traveling, there's always going to be difficulties. So there are some major upsides to van life, just like there are major upsides to owning a home in a stationary place, but there's also downsides to every single situation. So if you're thinking about doing van life, just know that A, it can be lonely, B, it's fun, but there are times when you're doing nothing. Like I'm currently at the beach and I'm just not with anybody and it's kind of cold, so there's really nothing to do. So the one thing that's really like bothering me at the moment is, if you know, a couple videos ago I talked about how I drove to Dallas for this job, and I've been working on getting this job for over a year. And while I got there, everything seemed great, and I came back to San Diego, and then all of a sudden that job fell through. So driving to Dallas was kind of pointless. I wouldn't say it was pointless, but it was not necessary. Like it fell through, the job fell through. It's possible that I may still get it down the road, but as of right now, financially, I was putting all my cards, all my chips on the table towards that. So social media last year paid me a decent amount of money, but I also had money saved up from selling the gym, selling the screen printing company, and all of that money is now gone. So I'm relying on TikTok brand deals. I'm not getting paid on YouTube yet. That's why I'm going so hard on YouTube. Is a lot of my friends are on YouTube making really good money, and I don't want to be left behind right now, because I really want to be the content creator, the person that's putting awesome videos together, going out doing crazy things. But right now I can't, because financially I'm stuck in San Diego. It's kind of like that. Now, of course, I am building vans right now. We're about to start working on an ambulance in about 1 week over at Dave's shop. But if you think about this, van life isn't about just living in a van. It's about going and seeing and doing things that you can't do when you own a house. So at the moment, yes, I am in a van, but I'm in San Diego, and working at a shop means I'm stationary, not necessarily bound by a house, but bound by finances. In order to get paid, I have to stay here, work on vans, do things, and that's not what I built the van for. This van was built so I can travel, do anything and everything I wanted to do. I had money saved up that obviously doesn't last forever, and some investments went bad, I can tell you that. So don't invest in crypto or to the stock market at the moment. So that's the bad thing about van life. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way that you want it to, and you end up just grounded, essentially. And you all know that when I got to San Diego, I was with friends. I had Nikita, I had Sarah, then we met Brandon, and then I met some new people here that are actually living in San Diego. But it's not easy to rely on those people to always be in your life, mainly because they have lives themselves. Would it be cool to travel with them 24/7? Yes, which that was our little roommate thing. So I still see them every now and then, but it's unrealistic to rely on basically roommates that you're just traveling with, hanging out with all the time. And I wish that were something that we could do. Maybe eventually we can all pull back together and just travel, maybe for a few months like we had. But when the time comes and everybody parts ways, you're coming off of a high. So it's not a depressive state for myself. It's more of a, like, what's next? It's uncertain. Everything going on in my life is super uncertain right now. And if you guys know anything about like statistics, people in, not necessarily debt, but people who are financially not better off are usually less happy. So currently right now, I have never been in a position where I don't have money, mainly because I owned multiple businesses. I was making good money. I could do whatever I wanted at a certain point before COVID, and then COVID kind of took that away from me. But now I'm at a point where I have to figure stuff out, and I have to figure it out quick. So if I could give advice to those of you who are looking to get into van life, just be okay being alone. If you're not okay being alone some of the time, this isn't going to be the life for you, because you have to be outgoing, you have to be sociable, you have to be able to walk into a room and be able to have conversations with people you absolutely don't know. If you're going to a van meetup, you still have to have that. You could end up sitting in your van or just being the lone person around there. I've seen it happen. People are not sociable. Some people just aren't. For me and the people that know me, like Nikita and Sarah, they're more like introverted. I'm extroverted. I'm always making friends. How do you think that like we all came about? Is like I introduced myself, started talking to them, and we did like fun stuff, and it was all because of an initial conversation. So you have to be okay going out of your way, being uncomfortable, doing things that aren't necessarily the most fun things to do, but they're going to get you to the point where you're going to enjoy van life. It's just in the moment right now, all my friends are gone, so I have to restart. And that's what van life has gotten to with me, is restarting. You go to a new place, you restart. You go to a van life meetup, you restart. You have all these people that you can stay in contact with. Like a few people are coming down here. Travis is coming down here. Abby is coming down here. A lot of people are coming to San Diego. But in the meantime, what do? I need to make more friends in the area since I'm going to be here for a while. So while I figure my life out, hit that subscribe button. Maybe my views and all of that stuff will financially set me on a path to where I can just be a YouTuber and start traveling more, which would be great. And I can make more content that's fun, more traveling stuff. So that's exactly what I want to do. I want to create good content for you all to enjoy, and I hope you do enjoy it.